back to my channel. Thank you for watching. I've been away for a really long time. I don't even know, should I even say that? I've been away for a really long time. My business has just, exploded. I thought I was busy before, but no. It's official. I'm busy now. It is wedding season. I really miss filming and I wanted to get back to creating looks for myself because, to be honest, day to day I've just been kind of doing the same look every day just because I haven't had time to really sit down and create new looks. So I've carved out a small amount. Today's look is bronzes and peaches. I wanted to do something really warm and glowy for summer. Glossy metallic lips are very in right now, as well as highlight to the tilt. Stay tuned for this tutorial because it was really fun and I love this look and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, you know the drill. Hair goes up and we are going to prep the eyes. I'm using Soft Ochre, the paint pot from MAC Cosmetics. I really like using this as opposed to a concealer. I just find personally this product dries to a powder finish, whereas a concealer I find I always have to powder it so I don't get any creasing. And I'm just using my ring finger to spread it all out, and I spread it right up to my brow bone. A little bit of product goes a long way, and this is going to help your eyeshadow last a lot longer. I'm using Anastasia's Modern Renaissance palette. This is my favorite palette to use right now. It is so beautiful, and I'm starting with Burnt Orange, and I'm going to use this as the first crease color. I'm using MAC's 217 brush, and I'm just slowly going back and forth, alternating between circular motions and then a windshield wiper motion around my crease. This is going to warm everything up. It's going to create a great base for the rest of the colors that we're going to have there, so you have a beautiful gradient of color. One thing I love about Anastasia's eyeshadows is that they're really easy to blend. So even if you find that you need to buff out the color a little bit more, you can just take a clean brush and then go back over your work to spread out the pigment a little bit more. Next color I'm using is called Raw Sienna. This color is also in the orange family, but it has more of a brown sort of camel color, or maybe tan you would call it. And I'm going to pack it on the outer corner and then the inner corner and then blend back and forth. I'm starting to place the color slightly lower than the burnt orange that we put on, and this is, again, we're trying to create a gradient effect so that it doesn't look all like one big kind of mud mess. We're going to make all that blending pop with red ochre. I'm using a tapered brush, and just using the very edge of that tapered brush, I'm slowly carving out my crease. So essentially dividing the line between the raw sienna and the burnt orange. And then I'm going to use the 217 brush that I've been using with the other two colors to go over that line to buff it out a little bit more. I don't make a habit of using two eyeshadow palettes for a tutorial, but I love this color Marzipan from the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. So I'm going to use my ring finger and I'm going to dot Marzipan all in the center of my lid. I just think that this color mixed with the other two colors from the Anastasia palette work really beautifully together. And then I'm going to use Anastasia's Dip Brow Pomade for my eyebrows, obviously. That's all I ever use, really. And I'm really going to quickly do my brows here. I haven't done a full brow tutorial in a while. I actually deleted the old one that was on my channel, and the reason is because I've actually been changing the shape of my eyebrows and growing them out for a couple of years. And I just don't really want to do a tutorial until really they're the way that I want them to look. So if anybody out there has brows that, they don't feel are perfect or they're really frustrated with the growth, don't be, because, it's a work in progress, and I'm a makeup artist and I've been trying to grow out my brows and make them look the way I wanted to for almost 2 years now. Now let's highlight those brow bones. I'm going to use Tempera, and I'm taking a small detailed brush and I'm going to run a thin line starting from the underside of my eyebrow closest to my nose and slowly move it along, and then I'm going to make it a little bit thicker as I get to my arch, which is just going to highlight everything, and then I use my finger to blend it out. My lashes are Ardell's Wispies, which are my favorite for these soft looks, and I'm going to take a bit of burnt umber with a flat edger brush and just press this into the lash line to hide the band just a little bit. For foundation, we're going to keep it light and dewy. I'm going to start off by using Maybelline's Fit Me Concealer. I'm going to use that to highlight the undersides of my eyes, right down my nose, my chin, and then I'm going to take the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible foundation. And then I'm going to put that everywhere else. I spray my face with the NYX Dewy Mist spray, and then blend everything together with my Miracle Complexion sponge from Real Techniques. This is kind of a trick I do in the summertime when I don't feel like wearing multiple layers of face product. And I find it helps keep everything a little bit lighter. I find I get less creasing, less movement, and in general I just feel like my skin can breathe a little bit better. For bronzing, I'm going to use Blunt from MAC Cosmetics. I think this is technically a blush, but I am on the fairer side, so this is perfect as sort of a warm toned contour slash bronzer. I mean, you don't really contour with warm colors. You usually use something cooler tone so that you're creating a shadow. But still, I'm going to use this to carve out my cheeks and do this just as a cheat a little bit. You always want to make sure whenever you're doing any kind of bronzer or contouring that you make sure that you don't forget your ears. I see people sometimes where they've forgotten to put foundation or bronzer on their ears, and then their ears are a completely different color than the rest of their face, and it doesn't look right. To line the underside of my eyes, I'm using Real Gar from the palette and a flat edger brush, and I think this color is so beautiful. I think it is my favorite in the whole palette. That and Vermeer, I think those are my two favorites, but this one, it reminds me of like a deep mango color. And then you see I'm using the 217 brush again that I had used in my crease, and I'm just using that for blending purposes, and then it ties the top and the bottom of this eye look all together. Okay, this awkward face I'm going to make right here is because the blush that I'm using today actually cracked in the palette, and I didn't know until just that second when I opened it up, and I was trying not to look very upset. But this blush is called Margin from MAC Cosmetics. It's one of my favorites. It's beautiful. It has this little shimmer to it, and I kind of wanted to cry a little bit when I saw that it had cracked in the palette. For highlight, I'm going to take Champagne from Anastasia Beverly Hills. That palette that you just saw is one that I built myself. She gives you that option to custom build a contour palette on her site, so I've done quite a few actually. And this highlight is so gorgeous for the tops of your cheekbones. It looks like you're lit from within. It's not too sparkly. The pigment is not chunky at all. And if you want to intensify it, you can actually spray a little bit of Fix Plus, or in this case, you can spray the Dewy Mist from NYX onto your fan brush, and it's just gonna intensify the pigmentation in that highlight, so you can really see my cheekbones now are standing out, and I think it looks so fantastic, especially for summer. The color I'm wearing on my lips is from Revlon. It's a lip butter, and the color is called Peach Parfait. I love this color because it has a sparkle to it. It's sort of metallic almost, and it's a perfect blend between peach and pink. And because it's sheer, I really like that for the summertime. I'm going to spray my face with the NYX Mist Spray again and let my hair down, and this look is completed. Make sure if you like this video to hit subscribe and give it a thumbs up, and stay tuned for my next video. It's going to be a Beyonce inspired look. I got to see her Formation World Tour show when she was here in Toronto in May, and it was life-changing, and I'm honestly not being dramatic. I love her. I'm not a fangirl over people, but I am for her 100%. So stay tuned for that because that's going to be up next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.